about the story. I did terribly. I was super nervous about it, and for good reason. When it comes to Invoker, this guy really understands the hero. He knows how he wants to play it. But people have caught up, and most importantly, you know, I don't know how much he's going to be able to do in a lineup that just features a Doom or a Beastmaster, where either one of those abilities are almost always going to be focused on him.
Well, then speaking of signature heroes, of course, like the panel was saying, Wind Ranger for Wii, this is pretty much one of the heroes that allowed him to make a name for himself. You know, back on Balkan Bears, Wind Ranger, Lina, heroes like that that allow him to set the tempo, but mainly it's just about dominating the lane, out-harassing your opponent, and outlast hitting. Make sure that you have that one-up over whoever you're facing against mid. So, let's have a look. Seneko Earth Spirit, again, Melk pointed out, 10th pick. Earth Spirit, something that maybe we didn't really expect, you know, allowed himself all the way through the pool. Why, how did that come about?
I mean, it is super late into the pool, but I think it just kind of fit Navi's lineup. Well, Earth Spirit kind of fits every single lineup. And I just think that Navi just kind of says to themselves, okay, Seneko, can you play it? He's probably like, yeah, I own with it. Everybody owns with Earth Spirit. Kind of just works out.
Ownage hero, ownage players, and the horn will sound. Art style again over on the Enchantress, off lane, General Faceless Void. No big changes there, but it's going to be a Ditya Lycan heading up the safe lane while Eternal Envy Slark. We love this slippery little devil. Very, very good performance over at the Shanghai Major. Not just hero itself, but also Eternal Envy on the hero. While Pilot Eye Crystal Maiden stepping away from the line, of course banned out during the second phase, but Puppy Doom, Weeha on the Wind Ranger, and Misery. Double Boars already blocking up the creep wave, getting that range creep up ahead, but you know, always watch out for the support on the safe lane. Very aggressively poised forwards, just ready to reset equilibrium.
And part of what made the Slark so successful is that it was a hero that could just be everywhere on the map at once, and that's the style that Eternal Envy wants to play. He kind of wants to play that speedster on the map where you can be anywhere, get on top of your supports really easily, and have that comeback potential. That's really important as the Earth Spirit.
The roll into pull.
The roll.
Oh, is that? Yeah, there's the range attack. Seneko pulls it off. That was a sly little move, actually. Gets himself quickly over into that pull camp. While Puppy, what are you up to? Satyr, he's got the blast, but Dendi, this is not the easiest of lanes. He'll get his Forge Spirit out. This is where things start to even out a little bit more. You know, you get the basically 1.5 heroes to get your last hits in for you.
Yeah, but the Wind Ranger can do okay. She can just, as soon as she gets the high ground advantage, which is what Wee's focusing on, even more than last saving at this point, it comes down to the deny game just so you can get the high ground advantage, and then Puppy's help can actually mean something, but Puppy's trying to get Wee the advantage mid. Unfortunately for him, not able to do too much, and he might even get the D-ward though, at the very least.
Misery's offlane Beastmaster. Looks like he's heading into the Iron Talon. Second minute rune's going to spawn up shortly, and Weeha now has to last it under the tower. Dendi has pushed this lane a little bit further forward with the Forge Spirit, but this Observer Ward scouts it all out. Puppy, he pings exactly on the spot, takes it down, and like you said, exactly precise movements from Puppy moving across the map. Level 2 Doom already on the D-Ward mission.
Yeah, and he's going to pick up the bounty rune too, kind of make this affordable for him. Unfortunately for him, he just doesn't want to use the shockwave if he can help it, just because it costs him half his mana just to deal 160 damage. Definitely not worth it for him. Gets a lot more utility out of the Devour, and it's still a good creep to grab though, just because of the 6 HP regen. And he's going to spot Art Style's rotation over here. They've got a lot of different ways to deal with the creeps from the Enchantress as well, picking both the CM and the Doom.
Something Secret have to keep in mind though is that Lycan on the safe lane with the low roll forward, not going to connect onto Wee. Dendi will just throw out a couple of projectiles into the Wind Ranger's face, and Echo though turned around on by the Wind Ranger. Not going to get anything done. But yeah, the howl from Lycan from the safe lane is definitely something you cannot underestimate, especially when you've got basically 2 roaming heroes between Earth Spirit and Enchantress. They are very dynamic and active early on, and with that howl damage, they can really pile that pressure on early on.
Yeah, Puppy immediately goes for the Devour onto the Forge Spirit, trying to make sure that Wee gets a decent lane out of this, and Nako's doing the same thing, and not a lot of kill potential on either side of this lane unless something incredible happens, but
I think they saw our style smoke up. I'm not 100% sure, but they do have a Dire Observer Ward over towards the jungle where the smoke was used. The Pilot Die, level 3, 2 in the aura.
Just help out the rest of your teammates more than anything. Makes it really easy for the Beastmaster to contest because he can spam out the axes a lot more, which we've seen. Puppy's gonna spot this rotation immediately.
Artstyle, you're cheeky, but not cheeky enough. Puppy, he's got your number. He's played with you enough times that he knows exactly what you're up to. He's in your head. He's one, if not 2 steps ahead of you. Highlight die. A little Dark Troll gets ensnared and trapped up by the Frostbite, and Puppy, no Devour, so he can't actually snag that one up, but they will kill it off. And General, he does need some help up here. He's level 4, and he's getting his experience in. But up against Eternal Envy, this Slark is pretty much just free farming at top.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's getting harassed out quite a bit now, and General is at a pretty equal amount of regen. And this is kind of where you want to strike as the offlaner against the Slark, just because he doesn't have his level 6, he's only got that 1 Tango to work with, and General can pretty much play in his face if he wants.
Artstyle is being bullied so heavily by just Pylite dying. Puppy, won't come across when the Wild Wing throws out the Tornado, but Artstyle not really accomplishing anything up on this top lane. While, you look at the deficit that this has kind of created with Earth Spirit sitting mid, the Enchantress trying to help out top lane. Actually, they're going onto Puppy, and maybe he's overextended. The Doom slowed out. Maybe a bash from General is all they need. They don't even have to get the first blood of the Puppy, and Artstyle will heal up and damage down Eternal Envy. He's got a pounce. He should be fine to escape. General, though, he's hungry for more. Crystal Maiden.
I am quite surprised that Puppy went for that creep, just because he didn't have the Scorched Earth available. Like, that was just 3 armor hero that was getting knocked down. It wasn't even 3 armor, he didn't even have the Tranquil Boots. It was just like a 0 armor hero that had 200 HP and the basic regen from the creep that he ate, but not nearly enough to contest that. And that was just such an easy mop-up kill for Navi.
It did create a little bit of a gap, though, a little bit of a hole in Navi's laning stage, because Vincere, getting closer to level 6, was completely dominating Ditira, dropping him very low with the double boars, and now forcing him back out of lane as Puppy.
Oh, he's gonna spot him too. I think he's gonna go for this one. If Ditira decides to move back down, and he's going to his Puppy.
Scorched Earth blast.
He's got the hit.
There we go. Slows him up, burns through him with the Santa Blast. He's waiting, getting his time, is looking for the perfect angle on the stone. The kick from Sneko, a TP back to the tier 2. And Ditira the Wolves, will he get the perfect block? Puppy, the juke! Ditira through the trees, and they're going to continue
make his
chasing
way all the way up.
Lycan, how is he doing this? It's not going to be enough, though. Maybe to get the counter kill onto Puppy, but Ditira is going to continue going through the trees. Power shot from Wave. Finally secures the kill, and that's a heart-in-mouth moment for Secret, just being run ragged around.
Yeah, meanwhile at top as well, they lose the Faceless Void, and Artstyle goes for the dive. Eternal Envy barely makes it out, doesn't commit the creep for it, and Eternal Envy has no mana or HP to speak of, but is going to be able to get kill and get out. And that's got to be a heartbreaker so far for Navi. They lose 2 heroes across the map. The Lycan works so hard for that. Unable to survive though, and Puppy picks up a decent amount of XP.
And Dendi was close to securing the kill on Slark with a Sunstrike, but barely missed the mark on that one. Now, he's got his phase boots up soon. Dendi, what are you looking for? The Hand of Midas, so 1,000 gold in the bank with the Gloves of Haste already picked up. Deny out the Invis rune. He's not going to use it, just doesn't want to go and refill his bottle. So he'll destroy any chances they had of using that one. But take a look at who's up at top. Artstyle needs a new creep, waits for the camp to respawn, and with that Centaur Conqueror, does he try and kill off the Slark? It's not the easiest of takedowns.
Yeah, it's really not.
Oh, especially when he jumps on the General. He's gonna keep going with the Essence Shift, stacking up General. 5 seconds till the jump again. Eternal Envy just kind of wants to force him out of lane, though. Because of course he can dip back into the shadows and heal himself up. Well, oh, hello. Puppy and Misery pair up to kill off the Lycan.
Yeah, they commit the Doom, or the Roar for it, but more worth it is they're going to get a lot of control in this bottom tower area, and because the Lycan is rotated, he's going to have to go to the jungle eventually, and Diarra tries to make the attempt mid, but pretty low percentage gain.
And Sneko is millimeters away from landing the roll, but like you said, Artstyle and Dendi, even if they were in the vicinity, it's still difficult to reposition and move yourselves up that ramp when there's Pylite Eyes Crystal Maiden ready and waiting for the save onto win.
Yeah, and surprisingly enough, Diarra immediately comes back down here, but nobody TP's down or anything to help him out, as Navi power does get denied, but Secret, they're just gonna move out.
They're looking for Dendi and mid, though. Pylite Eyes to shackle back under the trees and the focus fire. Weeha! Damage output's good, but not good enough just yet with Sneko.
Oh,
hang on, Dendi came back around, salves up, but cancelled out. And
we get power shotted, and just immediately starts running back to base. He hit the Midas. I